Welcome back to my channel. Oh, what was I doing with my hands there? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well. This video is very rambly. I answer some questions and I give some life updates and talk a bit too much. I got a bit carried away, but that's okay. I don't always. And I am putting some new makeup to the test. This full face of makeup is new products. Most of them are new out and some of them are just new to me. So yeah, if you want to see me create this look and talk a lot of shit, just keep watching. So I've amalgamated a good chunk of new makeup over the past few weeks, whether it be press releases, bits that I bought myself, and actually a couple of very generous friends gifted me some product as well. So some of it I've already used and some of it I haven't, so I thought I would kind of just go through some of it and apply it on my face, because sometimes it's better to kind of see it in action to see whether you like it or not, and some things don't always kind of make it to review. Yeah, so I just thought I would slap it on my face. You can't see my frills. I swear I have the shortest arms in the world, and like anything that has like shoulder related on it just like goes halfway down my arm. John calls me a Tyrannosaurus Rex. But anyway, what have we got first? I have this from the Body Shop. It's the Insta Matte, and it mattifies face, foundation and lipstick. So I believe you can use it as, well, I'm going to use it as a primer, and you can also put it over lipstick to mattify it as well if you want. So I haven't used this before. It looks like a lip balm or something. It says you can use it on your face, so I'm going to use it as a primer because I need something that fills in pores. I'm only out of the shower, so my face is extra red. Not that it generally is red under the light, but extra red. We're still in our lovely friend's house. We have to leave tomorrow. They're back from the holidays and we have to give up the doggies. We're minding their two dogs and I am literally in love with them. It's going to be so difficult to say goodbye, although they do only live down the road and we do see them a lot, so it's not as if I'm saying goodbye forever, but I bloody love the dogs. Yeah, it feels nice. It applied really easy, didn't ball up or anything like that, so that's good. I also have a foundation from the Body Shop. This is their new Matte Clay Skin Clarifying Lotion. It has mattifying clay and tea tree as well. So for someone with oily skin like me, this is a pretty good foundation, I assume. I haven't used it yet. I'm wondering, does it smell like tea tree? Kind of, sort of. I had two shades of this. This is in Dune 026. I think it's going to be a little bit too dark for me. I generally, although I like a mattifying foundation, I don't always like the consistency of it. So they've actually, hold on, I get it. They actually sent this illuminating drops of glow for face, eyes and lips as well. So it's like a little dropper with illuminating liquid. And I believe you can mix this with your foundation. Yeah, it can be used alone as a highlighter on bare face or on top of makeup. Mix it in with your usual amount of foundation for a lustrous finish. So I might mix these both together and see what happens. I live on the edge. These have like a pink finish, which for me I think might be good because this foundation is quite yellow and I clearly have pink toned skin. I've never really kind of sat down and just chatted on YouTube like this before. I thought I would answer some questions that I was asked as well. I asked on social media if anyone wanted to ask me anything. A few of you did. So I thought I would answer them in this video as well. Yeah, as I said, we're going home tomorrow. It's been a tough couple of weeks. My mum was in, I don't really talk about this stuff generally, but I did touch on it on my social media. My mum was in hospital for 3 weeks. She had breast cancer a few years ago now, and she was finally getting her reconstruction surgery done. She had to get her breast removed, and it didn't go quite to plan. And so she got it, and then they had to take it out again, which is not very nice, obviously, because that was kind of the means to an end, if that makes sense. Like, it was the end of all the trials and tribulations throughout the cancer treatment and all that. So that's been pretty hard. She was quite unwell, but she's home now and on the mend and wanting to cook and clean, and we're trying to stop her as much as we can. Although I have kind of been keeping up with blogging and stuff, I've been out of the loop with other people. I've been finding it hard to keep up with everybody else because, like, I'm a social media whore and I love watching YouTube videos and reading other people's blogs. So it's it's been tough to kind of keep up with everybody else. I've been trying my best to keep up with my own stuff, just from a sanity point of view, because it makes me feel better, kind of having something to focus on. I'm just using a little bit more. So yeah, there's been, like, my content hasn't really suffered, but my social aspect, I suppose, of like connecting with all my blogger friends has. But I'll hopefully get back into the swing of things soon anyway. It's getting quite nice coverage, even mixed in with the drops. I don't know if it'll pick up on camera, but my eyebrows are quite red, and that is because I got it's a treatment. It's a stem cell treatment for your eyebrows. I got it done in Beauty Board, just beside Dundrum, and it's a place that does kind of cosmetic beauty stuff. What they basically do is they use, well, this is like my kind of unscientific version of what they do. I went in, he used what looked like a tattoo gun. I assume that's kind of like what you use if you're getting microblading. He like opened the pores around my brows, put a solution through it to kind of help hair growth, basically. I got sent home. It's a brand called Acuri, which is quite new here in Ireland. I brought home the Brow Stem Cell Activator, and I've been using this every day on my eyebrows, and I have 100%. I've been using it for over 4 weeks now, so I would assume like I still have another little while to go before there's any kind of major difference, but there's definitely a significant difference in my eyebrows, especially in this one, because I really only had half a brow. There was no hair there at all. Yeah, I've been using it every day, morning and night. It's definitely working. But the problem is, was completely my fault. I should be doing stuff as I talk, because we'll be here all day. I don't have a new brow pencil, so I'm just going to use my NYX micro brow pencil. Lisa Potter Dixon, the the lead makeup artist for Benefit, was in Dublin last week, and she was taking brow appointments. So I thought, okay, awesome. And obviously I've been having this treatment done, and I should have known better. It wasn't Lisa who did it, it was her kind of second in command, Loretta, who did my brows, and she just tinted them just to kind of, she could see that there was like bits of hair growing, and she said I won't wax them because she didn't want to get rid of any hair that was grown, because it's a good thing that it's grown. But obviously with the treatments that I'm using and then getting the tint, there was a bit of a reaction, hence why they're red now. As I said, it was completely my fault. I shouldn't have went and got it done, but I just couldn't help myself. I just zoomed in a little bit. I felt like I was a bit too far away. Yeah, with the tint and the brow hair growing, I am finding it much easier to kind of fill in my brows, and they can kind of look a little bit more shaggy, and I can get away with it. So I do have a new brow powder. This is the Catrice Brow Palette Matte and Glow Powder and Wax. They always put really long names on products, brands. So this has a brow powder, which is a good ashy colour, and then there's a shimmery brow powder, which I'm kind of not mad at. I don't like, shimmer can kind of work in your brows, because I will say that this has converted me for that. This is the Benefit 3D Brow Tones, and this is a subtle brow enhancing highlights, and this has shimmer in it. It's like a brow gel, and I really bloody like it. I have redness in my hair, and I feel like this kind of adds, like, although I generally use like an ashy colour pencil or powder, I find that this adds a little bit more red into my brows without being too crazy, and I really like this. But I am going to use the matte one because I will be using the brow tones over top. So someone asked, do you blog full time? The answer is no. I won't lie, I have attempted to, and I would love to, but the industry has definitely changed from when I started blogging. I started blogging here in Ireland about 4 years ago, and at the beginning there was very little people doing it here in Ireland. Now that was like the main honchos, but there wasn't very many people doing it. But through the past few years, the industry has definitely grown, which is brilliant, because it's great to know that people have interest in it, because it's fun to write about stuff. But especially for the beauty industry, or the beauty blogging industry, there's so many people in it now, and I have to admit I struggle to kind of keep up. I'm not great at pushing myself out there and kind of pushing for jobs and all that kind of stuff. So I definitely am kind of left behind a little bit. So there was a time that I thought I might be able to do it, and I have tried. I make a few bob, but it's definitely not a full-time job. And I had given myself a couple of years to try and figure out what the next step was in like my life from a job point of view. And I've been helping John create his business. He's a web designer and he's doing really, really well. So probably by next year I will have to kind of get a job somewhere, like a part-time job, to kind of financially keep me going. I don't think I'm cut out for the like the business blogging industry as much as I love blogging. So I've zoomed in even more scary close. I'm going to take this. I've actually only ever swatched these palettes. These are new from Essence. How cute is the packaging? I'm going to attempt to use this one. This was, when I was swatching them with my fingers, this was kind of the one that I like the feel of the most. This is the And the Lovely Story with My Wardrobe palette. If they have really long names. So I'm going to attempt to use this and see how we go. I don't have a new primer, so I think I'm just going to go in straight with the kind of nudie shades and set my lid. So I have this from Catrice. This is part of their new autumn winter collection, I think, and it's their Aqua Fresh highlight and eyeshadow, and this is really strange. It's like jelly. So this is Luminous Sensation, and it's a water-based highlight and eyeshadow with a bouncy texture and metallic effect, and I quite like it. I've been using it quite a lot. So obviously I don't have a primer on and I need a primer, so I'm going to use this kind of over the powder and use this as a base for the eyeshadows. It gives a really nice shimmery effect, and it does set and last pretty well. So speaking of eyes, because obviously I am doing my eyes, I got a lash lift, and you can probably see it more now that the camera is zoomed in. The lovely Jennifer, who owns Vanity Rooms in Stepside here in Dublin, invited me in to try out a lash lift because it's new to them, and I am bloody obsessed. If you watch my videos, you will know how obsessed I am with an eyelash curlers, and I haven't used one since I got the lash lift because I don't need to. And John told me I look like Thumper from Bambi because my eyelashes are all fluttery, so I take that as a compliment as well. Yeah, I'm really, really loving it. I think it lasts, hopefully, if I look after it, it lasts about 2 months, and they do it for €60. I think that's a pretty good deal. So I think I will definitely, we're going away in October, and I think I will definitely get it done again for them. I'm going to keep this really simple. I'm going to take this kind of bronzy shade on a blending brush, and I'm just going to put that over where I put the funny eyeshadow from Catrice. So I should probably answer another question. Do you and John want kids? Honestly, I don't know. We're together a long time. We're together 13 years. I'm definitely not at a place in my life that I'm satisfied, like financially and work-wise and all that stuff. So I don't think I would have a child from that respect. And we're both in our 30s now. So I definitely, when we were, well, he's a few years older than me, but when I was in my late 20s, it was definitely something I wanted. But it kind of didn't happen, and life got in the way and all that boring stuff. And now that I'm in my 30s, I'm 32, boo-hoo, I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's on the cards. But having said that, I love kids, so I'm not ruling it out. Like, I could wake up one day and just kind of decide that I want to have babies. At this minute in time, no. But I think I have a couple of years yet to kind of decide and make the decision. I have the Naked Heat palette in my hand here, so I'm just going to take sauce from it and just apply a little bit of that in the crease. What's next? Oh, where did you get your nail varnish stand? I have a nail varnish stand in my little room. I bought it from a place called Beauty Express, which I believe used to be here in I ordered the nail polish stand a long time ago now from their website. Yeah, they're a salon shop basically. I have the 90 polish one, that one that holds 90 polishes, and I bloody love it. I do try to maintain that I only keep nail polishes in it that I can fit, so I only keep kind of 90 nail polishes at a time, which I'm struggling with a little bit. I do have a basket of excess. It only worked out I got it when it was a VAT free day, which a lot of kind of salon places do, and it worked out at about 40 quid, which I thought was pretty good, and you just kind of screw it to the wall. So for under my eyes, I'm going to use something that's new to me. It's kind of not new. It's the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and my lovely blogging friend sent me this. I didn't know it was being sent, so I was very excited. I have the shade Fair, and I did a blog post on this, so I'll link it down below. The doe foot applicator is a bit ridiculous in size, but I tend to just kind of, oh shit, I don't even put that much usually, but I tend to just dollop it on and then blend it in, and it blends in super nicely. So yeah, this is a little bit lighter. Well, it's especially lighter now because that foundation is a little bit too dark for me, but it really lifts the under eye. So I'm just going to put a bit of eyeshadow under my eye, and I'm going to use this kind of cooler bronzy tone here with the same brush and just kind of sloppily apply it under the eye. I do like a little bit of messiness under the eye. That girl also asked me, and how do you get your teeth so white? My teeth look whiter because I have a ring light. Now I'm not saying that like they're ridiculously yellow or anything, but they're definitely not as white, I keep doing this, as they probably appear in the camera. Yeah, the lighting definitely helps. I have super sensitive teeth, so I generally actually can't use whitening, which is really annoying because when I got braces in my mid-20s, they used me as like a case study in one of the local newspapers because I had really jacked up teeth, and he did a really good job. And as payment, he gave me like a whitening system with like trays and all. Number one, I can't wear trays. Like I can't even wear my retainer, which is really bad. But the stuff really hurt my teeth, so I couldn't actually use it. And that was like a professional kind of grade whitening. So I generally just use a whitening toothpaste and mouthwash. And that's kind of what I use. I'm going to use, I had to buy this as well. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Scorch. It's part of the Heat range, and I didn't have anything else like it. And I had a €2.50 voucher for Debenhams, so I justified it in my head and I bought it. And I really do like it. It's a really cool colour. So I'm going to use that on my waterline. So I was asked a few times what is my all-time favourite makeup brand, which is a really, really hard question because I love makeup from gazillions of different brands, and I kind of dip in and out, and I dip in of high end and drugstore, but I think if I had a gun to my head, it would probably be Urban Decay. I would say that because I think it's the brand that I buy the most product from. Now it's not necessarily meaning that I like every single thing that they bring out, but I'm a sucker for their eyeshadows and their powders, and I like their eyeshadow primer, and I like their blush and all that kind of stuff, and their bronzer. So yeah, if I had to use kind of one makeup brand, it would probably be Urban Decay. Okay, so time for mascara, and as I said, I don't have to curl my lashes, which is it's awesome for me, but from a blogging point of view, it's a bit of a pain because I can't really give like a full review on like a curling mascara or anything like that because my lashes are already curled. I always use waterproof mascara, and I can't now because I would have to use like an oil based remover, and that would kind of mess with the perm that I basically have in my eyelashes. So I've been using non-waterproof, which is great, and like I've been using the L'Oreal Paradise one, which is really, really nice, but I think if I use it without the lash lift, I don't like it as much because it doesn't hold the curl. But anyway, I digress. I'm going to use the Body Shop Lash Hero Fibre Extension Mascara. So this is a dual-ended, yeah. So this has I'm really intrigued to use this because this has fibres, and like I've used mascara fibres before, but these are white fibres, so I'm really intrigued to see what happens. It's just like little bits of fluff, and then the mascara. I quite like the one that's quite thin. Looks like quite a wet formula as well, but sure, we'll give it a go. I just feel like a real numpty because it just came to my head now that you have to give the fibres something to stick on. So like you have to use it while the mascara is wet. God, oh my gobshite. That looks a bit better. I can't really talk while I put mascara on. And I'm just going to apply some of this on my bottom lashes as well. Okay, as just a general mascara, I'm not a huge fan. But obviously with the fibres, it does kind of help fill your lashes out a little bit. I'm actually going to pop some of the Catrice, this funny jelly eyeshadow in my inner tear duct as well while I'm thinking of it. And apply a little bit more Shape Tape. I like using this on my face too. But yeah, mixing that foundation and the highlighter definitely hasn't given me enough coverage. I definitely have a few breakouts. I don't have anything new to set my under eyes, so I'm just going to use my NYX contour kit. And before I put powder on, we're going to put this to the test as a highlighter. Pop this on my cheekbones. I was swatching this when I got it, and it gives a real subtle but nice glow. I'm going to set everything with this powder that my lovely friend Cherry Sue gave me, which was very, very lovely of her. This is the Urban Decay Deilluminizer Translucent Pressed Beauty Powder. So it's a pressed powder and it has a bit of shimmer running through it, so I'm going to use that to set everything. And someone asked me, if you could leave the house wearing one bit of makeup, what would you pick? Like eyebrows or mascara or foundation? Love your videos, thanks very much. I try. I would have said before my eyebrows were looking a little bit better. They're still not great, but they're looking better. I would have probably said eyebrows. I think it would be concealer or like a bit of BB cream or foundation. Like if I'm going to the gym, I generally like put like a colour correcting moisturiser or a BB cream or something on because I have a really red face and I have really big pores. And there are two things that I'm quite insecure about. So they're things that I like to correct if I can. From an eye point of view, I can just put sunglasses on. So I can live with not having like mascara or anything like that on. But I would say, yeah, it's definitely probably... I'll say foundation. Foundation. Can't live without foundation. So another question I was asked is, how do you get free makeup? Blood, sweat and tears, woman. Blood, sweat and tears. As I said, I've been blogging. Actually, I'm just going to grab my bronzer while I'm shy talking. I've been blogging for about 4 years now, and I work pretty hard at it. I tend to try and do 3 posts a week, sometimes 4, and I constantly... Oh, sorry, I'm using the B Beauty bronzer from Superdrug. Yeah, I tend to try and update social media as much as I can. Like PR either approach me or I approach them. I never really ask for product, but like sometimes I'll ask for information on product and stuff like that, and that will result in getting sent the product, which is very nice, and it's definitely a luxury of doing what I do. But I do put hours and hours and hours of work into it, and it's definitely not free because you're expected to do something with it. That's why you're being sent it. Like obviously I don't say I'll review something because I take it for consideration, because if I don't like it or it doesn't work out for me, I don't necessarily want to slate a product unless it's really, really shit. But like if something's the wrong colour for me, oh, my SD card got full, apologies. Yeah, as I said, like with free products comes responsibility, because, well, like I want to be able to show people new products, like what I'm doing now. Obviously this is a bit more of a relaxed scenario, but I like showing new products, and I like kind of being the one to update people and give opinions on things and all that kind of stuff. So obviously when the product is coming in, I have to compartmentalise everything and kind of think about how I'm going to do it and how I'm going to utilise it and make it interesting. Why am I rambling about this? All I mean is that it's not free in my head. Yeah, like you have to do something with it. If you don't do things with the products and kind of utilise them, number one, it's a waste, and number two, like, brands and PR aren't going to send you more stuff, because what's the point? So as part of the Essence collection, the, what is it called, and the Lovely Little Things, there was a contour palette, contour and highlight palette as well. So it has blush, contour and highlight. So I'm going to take a little bit of the contour. I believe the top shades are the lighter ones, so I'm going to use these, I think, although I might use that blush. So I'm going to use a little contour. Should really have a mirror in front of me. And I'm just using the same brush that I was using. This is actually a funny story. I got, sorry, there's hair all over me. This is a new Real Techniques blush brush. And if you watched my last video of John being a great sport and attempting to do my makeup. Oh, I'm seeing the glow now from the highlighter. Very nice. He attempted to do my makeup, and in the process, my beloved one of these brushes that I had for years and years and years, the top fell off it, which was very funny but very sad at the same time because I really liked it. So the PR saw that and they sent me out a new one, which I thought was very, very lovely of them, so thank you very much. So this is actually my first time using it and it feels like a dream. So I'm going to use that blush in the corner, or in the bottom. So I answered this question before in one of my last videos, but someone asked, oh, I actually already answered it here. Someone asked how long are me and John together. We're together 13 and a bit years now. So yeah, it's been a long time. And someone asked too, are you ever going to get married? And the answer to that is, I don't really know. We got engaged, sorry, I'm just grabbing a highlight brush. I'm going to use the highlight on the top. We got engaged, I think about 5 or 6 years ago now, in London. He actually proposed with a Topshop ring, and then I got to pick my own ring, which was very nice. I don't have it on now, so I take it off. Do you keep your ring on constantly, like your engagement ring or your wedding ring on? I tend to take them off in the evening and put it back on then when I go out. That's a nice highlighter too. I'm going to pop a little bit of that in the inner corner. But yeah, I got to pick my own ring, and I love my ring, and I'm sure when we're settled and if we have a house or whatever, like, it'll probably happen. But I've no urge to wear a white dress or walk down the aisle or anything like that. If we are, it'll probably be like either a Vegas jobby or just like going to City Hall or whatever we do here and doing it that way. I've no real need for a big wedding or anything like that, but it may happen, you never know. So to finish things off, I'm going to use this lipstick from Catrice. I'm really intrigued by this. I haven't swatched it or anything. It looks nearly like velvet in the bullet. It's in Ultimate Matte in 020. How's it got? From Rose with Love, and the colour is right up my alley. So I'm going to give this a whirl and see what it looks like. Oh yeah, this is my colour. Note to self: don't look up while you're putting lipstick on because you'll get it everywhere. It's actually not as matte as I thought it was, considering it's called matte. Yeah, it looks matte, but it doesn't feel matte. And I think that's makeup done. I would generally spritz my face now with loads of setting spray if I was heading out, but I'm not heading out, so I'm not going to do it. But and I don't have a new one to show you either. It's always been, it's like I've gone through about 7 bottles of the L'Oreal Infallible what's it called, Fix the Mist now, so that's the one I'm still currently using. Yeah, I suppose I need to sort my hair out. But other than that, makeup was done. I definitely look more tanned in real life. As I said, the lighting is definitely washing me out. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. The eyeshadow looks quite nice with that base and then the bronzy colour on top. I love the bloody eyeliner, I love it. Really like the lipstick, and I really like the highlight combination as well. And so we're done. I straightened my hair so I look like a better person. I think I quite liked more or less everything I used. And it was weird having the chats. I know I chat, but that was a weird one. I quite enjoyed it. It was quite cathartic talking about everything. So thanks if you listened to me until the end. I will say the usual spiel. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. And I'll talk to you in my next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.